So today I am going to get my eyebrows ombre browed. It's like a semi-permanent makeup, basically a tattoo on my eyebrows, because as you can see I don't have that many eyebrows left and they are quite fair as well. I haven't plucked these in years. They just don't grow, and when they do grow they fall out really easily as well. And this is also probably the one and only time you will ever see me without anything in my eyebrows, and I've done it just for the purpose of this video so that you can see a proper before and after. But normally I do usually fill these in every single day, so it will be nice not having to do that anymore. So attempt number one at getting my eyebrows tattooed on didn't quite go to plan, because I got there this morning and when I filled in the disclosure form it asked me if I was breastfeeding, and I had absolutely no idea that you have to have stopped breastfeeding for a month at least before you can have your eyebrows done. Obviously there's an infection risk anyway, but it's something to do with the hormones in your body and how it can take with the pigment in the tattoo. So I've had to come home without my new eyebrows, and I'm going to try again in January. So I've just got back from having a semi-permanent powder brow done on my eyebrows, which you can see here. Now originally Anne-Marie, who did them, was going to do them a little bit further in, but I wasn't quite sure, so we decided to do them a little bit further out just for now until this set have healed, and then I can decide when I have my top up whether I want them taking further in a little bit more. Now this is a blonde pigment that she's used, and it can look a little bit warm at first, but I'm told that after a few days this should heal to be more of a cooler colour. So I'm going to do a bit of a video diary and just keep a record of how they're healing and how they're looking. I believe they're going to go a little bit darker before they do go lighter, but for now I'm really happy with them. I have to be honest, I do feel like the warmth in the colour of the new eyebrows at the moment is making my grey hair look more grey, just in contrast to the cool and the warm tones. So I'm hoping that they do kind of tone down a little bit, but we'll see. It's now been 48 hours, I think, since having my eyebrows done. I think they're starting to look a little bit less warm than they were, but they're still a bit too warm for my liking, so I'm hoping they continue to tone down a little bit. So for the first day I had to clean it every hour, clean them every hour with some sterilised water and dry them, and then yesterday and today and for the rest of the week I've got a special cream to put on morning and night, so there is a bit of a, you can see a bit of a gloss on it at the moment, which is just the cream that's kind of protecting them. I had my second brow top up yesterday. No, actually it was my third top up. The second top up didn't take properly. But anyway, I had my brow top up yesterday for semi-permanent eyebrows, powder brow. And once I got home, I realised that they're really uneven when I took my mask off. So I've got one eyebrow here that's shorter, really arched and quite pointy, and this one doesn't have as much of an arch. It's flatter, it's longer, it's curved. And I think even if the colour of these tones down, I'm still just going to look in the mirror and think they're really uneven. So I'm actually booked in for emergency removal this morning, which you have to have done within 48 hours. So yeah, it's really unfortunate, as obviously the first time I had my eyebrows done, I came away, I was really happy with the shape. The colour was a bit warm, but they did end up toning down to a cooler colour. So I'm not really sure how I've come away from this next session with a completely different shape, but I know that it's something I'm not going to be able to get over. And I have asked a few friends and messaged a few other brow technicians just to see what their opinion is, and all of them have said you're not going to be able to tweak those brows and get them even without removing it first, because the shape's just too wrong. So yeah. So I've just been to a salon in Halifax called The Studio to have emergency removal, semi-permanent makeup removal, and they use a brand called BOTCHED ink, which is the procedure feels very, very similar to actually having your eyebrows tattooed on using the pen machine. It's a similar thing, but they're actually pushing like saline into the skin, which will eventually kind of scab over, and some of the pigment should come out with it. So I won't know for quite a few weeks how well it's worked. You can see at the moment that my eyebrows are quite red and sore. It was a bit stingy, not unbearable, but obviously something I could have done without having to have done, and without paying to have done as well, which is a little bit annoying. I'm going to have to wait for these to heal for 12 weeks before having any correction procedures to try and have my eyebrows redone, but a better shape. Yeah, I'm actually lying down because I have got a bit of a headache. But I'm just going to try and do a close-up to show you, or I'll just turn my head on to kind of show you what's been done. So first of all, they put a numbing cream on, which was left on for 10 minutes. So this is my right eyebrow. This is the one that's not as arched. It's a bit longer and flatter and curved. And this one, as you can see, it's more angular. So at the moment, obviously it doesn't look like they've been removed, but it should start to come away. So I really hope that it's successful and I don't have to go back and have another removal procedure done, because sometimes it can take a few goes. But obviously I've had this done within 24 hours, and they normally say 48 hours is the cutoff for it to be successful. So yeah, let's see. I am going to be doing a video diary of the healing process and what happens with regards to the removal of the pigment from my eyebrows. So if you want to see my next video, make sure you subscribe below so that you know when that one is available. But I do want to just say before this video finishes, no, I'm not going to be naming the salon who did my eyebrows. Not because I don't want to be honest, but I think it's really important to be kind and not judge people on their bad days, on their worst days, because the lady who did my eyebrows is she's done a really good job before, and I know that she's done a fantastic job on other people, and I know that she's a really good therapist, and I've been really happy with the work that she's done in the past, and she was absolutely brilliant when she did my eyelash lift as well. So I don't want to name her and then have that really like define her work, because I don't think the level of the work that she did with my eyebrows in the last session reflects her talents really. So I'm not going to be naming who it is, just because I don't think it's fair, and I do think that this was just a little blip in a line of what is her actually being a really careful and thorough therapist.